Hello and welcome to the RaidzBank podcast. My name is Hoyt. I'm joined here with a full house. We have Heartless and Poplo. How are you, gentlemen?
Hello, doing well.
Great, thanks for asking. Nice to be back again.
Yeah, another week, another episode, this time not with too much news, which is a good thing because we can kind of take the steering wheel. And this week we're going to be talking about our top 5 picks for their value versus how much they cost. So kind of like the best bang for your buck, 5 items. There's obviously a lot of them, but maybe just our 5 favorite ones. And we'll get into that after our usual housekeeping. First off, we start off every episode with what we've been up to. And who better to start than the man probably with the most news himself. Poplo, you had a big week.
Oh yeah, this is the week we've all been waiting for. This is the biggest week I've had in a long time. So, quick run through the updates. Group Iron Man is going great. Maybe you saw the post. I got my quest cape, so that's been super nice.
Very nice.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Yeah, now I'm working on just been playing on the side, getting stats for all the hard diaries. I'm almost there. I'm just a couple levels off, like rune crafting and stuff like that, to get all the hard diaries. So, and I guess another member of the group pulled their enhanced crystal weapon seed this week.
Oh,
so we got a second
nice.
BOFA, which is nice.
The second one? Okay.
Yeah, that's our second. The first one was very spooned. Not by me.
How many of them?
I've done one.
How large
CD.
is your group?
We've got 4 of us in the group.
Okay,
So,
nice.
yep. Me and some family members who used to play in the past and still kind of active play, and then we all just started a group together. So,
Halfway done.
yeah, so that's the first update. Then on the main has had a crazy week. I was finishing up the last quest, Desert Treasure 2, finishing that up on the group Iron Man, and I pulled the herbivore pet on the main. So
Let's
finally
go.
got that one done. Yes.
What was the KC?
Finally.
Yeah, finally got that one done. KC on that one, 14,940.
Holy
it's one in
moly. It's like one in
6K?
6,500, yeah.
6,500, yep.
65.
So I spent
Brutal.
my 250 hours there, got that pet. And
Jeezy.
then just yesterday on the weekend, I was doing my my Shellbane Griffin tasks while I was doing a little bit of AFK on the group Iron Man, and I got the goal pet. Boys,
Let's
we
go.
got 2 pets in 1 week.
Double pet.
We got that one at KC 1,111. So 1111, which I think is pretty sweet. So
Hell yeah.
It's a cute one.
yeah,
It's a
I
coveted
feel like
pet.
you're missing something, Poplo.
and I'm missing something. What am I missing, Hoyt?
I'd say the most impressive thing.
I don't know what else is there.
What did you
You tell
forget, Poplo? What happened on February 17th?
Yeah, Poplo. What happened on
Outside.
February 17th?
I don't know.
Outside Otto's Grotto.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
How could you forget
Yeah,
this? This was like the biggest
Oh
of
my
all. We don't
God.
care
You're
about
right.
your pets.
You're right. I'm only freaking wearing this everywhere. Okay, so I finished the quest cape on the group Iron, and then I wanted to get all the mini quests done, just get the whole thing greened out, you know. So I was just going, and I was getting my finishing up there the training at Auto God Bless, and you got to get one chewed bone. You have to offer that on the pyre ships. And I was a little bit frustrated because I'm not good at killing these mythical dragons. Like I could do like 7 a trip probably, and I went like 76 KC for the first chewed bone. So I was already annoyed. I go and I offer it, and I hear the jingle and collection log, and I got the freaking dragon full helm on 1 KC chewed bones.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
That was nuts, dude.
Just absolutely
Like the-
crazy. So literally, we've done like a couple chambers and stuff this week, and I just camp dragon full helm. Like
Of
there's
course.
no better helmet. Doesn't matter about the bonuses or anything. It just
Yeah,
looks
there's
so cool.
There's no way
So-
that's going in the group storage.
Oh no, that's 100%
Yeah.
staying in the bank.
Yeah,
forever.
nicely done.
So
That's
That
one
thing
of my
is
goals,
awesome.
dude. That's a sick flex.
thank you,
Nice-
thank
nice
you.
huge.
Yeah.
Big pull.
So I'm
That's
actually
it's a very hard one to get.
it's it takes freaking forever, but not for me. So damn, yeah, it has been a huge week. I didn't even realize that much.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
Anyways, who
Mr.
wants
Heartless?
to follow that one up? Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow it up. Okay, this is potentially the complete opposite of you. So all I've done this week, I've gained no XP at all. All I've done is charge glories. I've charged like 4,500 glories this week.
Ooh,
it's not a ton, but I've just been playing a little bit in the mornings, and then after work I've been very busy, but I have been grinding out the glories, going for that eternal glory. It'd be pretty nice to have it. So I've gained no XP. So actually the active opposite of Poplo.
Wow, nice.
And that's it. I have no other updates. That is all I've done. What about you, Hoyt? How's the week been in World of Warcraft?
No.
And okay.
But how many glories are you up to?
35,000.
Damn, it's 1 in 20.
36,000 now. Yeah, 1 in 25,000. So I'm over.
Okay.
You can do like 800 per hour. So I've been doing it for like 20-ish hours, maybe a bit more.
Damn.
Yeah, not a good time, but
it'll be a good week when
I chose this, so I chose this grind. Yeah. No one else would do this. Would it surprise you if I told you I haven't seen a soul while charging glories?
No.
The entire time. I'm telling you, I haven't seen anyone. Like maybe one guy doing his clue step, running out towards the volcano with his clue gear on. I think that's basically, I've not seen a PKer. I've got ragged by Chaos Ellie once. That's pretty much all that's happened.
You guys heard him. He's challenging you. Go find Heartless, charging glories.
You guys want to? You want 20? Taking me for the lot for the 27 glories. That'd be so funny.
That's funny.
The best part is if there was a PK there, I'm on Ancient, so I can freeze them and then just hide behind the wall because you get infinite runes when you're at the Fountain of Rune.
Oh
yeah, a little bit of a little dark tech for any of you glory chargers out there.
And you're on Ancients because you just have to use them on the thing.
Yeah,
you don't have to cast.
So when you're at the Fountain of Rune, you have every rune in Infinite available to you. So as long as you're around it, you can cast spells no problem on people, which is pretty sweet.
I was just thinking you had to be a normal spellbook to cast Charge Dragonstone, but you don't. You just have to use it.
Yeah, you just use it.
Obelisk,
use it on the obelisk. Yeah,
that's smart.
Big.
Oh yeah, I have been dabbling with WoW, but I've been playing a lot of hours on the completion percent.
Let's go.
And I will
finally.
Yeah, let's go.
I keep refreshing your page, bro, and it's just one video 3 weeks ago.
Episode 2 waiting room.
Yeah. Yep. It will be a little while. These grinds are long. It's like some Chunkman stuff, but I won't tell you what I'm working on, but it's not hard to figure out. But some things in there are just they're kind of hours locked. You just got to go do it. So working on it. Progress is coming. The logs are coming in. Once I have enough for an episode, it'll be out. Hopefully within next few weeks, but I'm not going to promise anyone anything.
Oh, that's sweet.
I want to surprise you.
What is your video got quite a lot of views, right? The first one I remember last week was like 27K.
Yeah.
Have you checked again or no?
It's like, yeah, I keep an eye on it. I try to respond to comments that are worth responding to. Everybody thinks I'm an idiot for missing the cook's range when, in fact, you can't use it till you do cook's assistant.
Damn.
So, but I am an idiot for missing the range, the cooking tutor in Lumbridge by the graveyard. I didn't know he was over there. So, but yeah, no, it's up to like 33K views or so right now. So it's been really, really healthy.
Sometimes when you get like multiple episodes out, like the first one will start repopulating in people's feeds, right? And then you might be able to farm, 500,000 views on the first video if you get lucky. I mean, it's a ways off, but you never know. You know what I mean, though? Like, even though something's been out for a while, like sometimes it gets refreshed the way the algorithm works. And Hoyt is in bed with the algorithm, so it should be fine.
I am.
Yeah, like if I see an episode 2 come across on a series that I'm interested in, I'll go back and watch episode 1 for it first.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Always give episode 1 a chance all the way through, even if you don't like it.
Yeah.
So it's good stuff, Hoyt.
I'm still figuring out the rules are kind of hard, so I'll be talking about that in the video. But yeah, it is definitely in full swing as compared to when Deadman was out. That just took my game time. Dude. So nonetheless, that will be here before we know it. Moving on to clan achievements. We have one we missed last week. He was kind enough to DM me on Discord and let me know that we missed him.
Yell at you.
So
better not be pump flexing.
It wasn't pump. And
he's,
to be fair, this is one not worth missing. Mr. P. Jackals / Zuckme got a 3rd age longsword on the iron.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that little piece of information.
I'll slap my wrist for missing 3rd age. That is pretty massive. So GZ. And then we had a ton of achievements, so I picked 3. So first off, just an hour or so ago, Big Bad Ape got his Avernic Treads earlier in the week, and then he just now got his first Infernal Cape on the iron. So nice. Big GZ to Ape. You're helping him with that, right, Heartless?
No, I was not.
Or no, I'm thinking of Spence.
Yeah, it's maybe Spencer. Yeah, I've passed on my training reins to him, my most recent student.
Oh yeah. Well, GZ Ape, that's awesome. One day I'll join you. This is funny. Halfway through his final Inferno attempt, he broke his Blue Moon top.
That's
his mage
crazy.
Switch.
Wait, what?
So his finishing inventory. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was a broken Blue Moon top. I said we gotta make that Discord emote.
You can get away without it, luckily. Not the worst thing to break.
Yeah. It's just funny. So never give up. He could have just TP'd out, be like, oh, it's scuffed, but hell no. So that's awesome. And then our friend Battlestaff's got his Ultor Vestige at 1469 KC. Big grats. What is that, 2 times rate?
Yeah, it's like 1 in 1,000 there, basically.
Oh, okay. So not quite. 1.5 rate. Still. Big GZ to that. And then Juan, over 3 times rate, got his first enhanced on the baby iron.
Deserved.
The big boy iron now.
Yeah, big boy iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means that
1279 KC, 2 pets, and 1,000,000 seeds. So we salute you.
Absolute grinder.
We also had 6 or more pet drops this week. So sorry, all 6 of you or 4 of you didn't get a shout out.
Yeah.
Maybe tell the clan to quit popping off and you'll get a shout out, okay?
Yeah, maybe get a piece of 3rd age and then try again.
Yeah, try again.
Suffering from success.
We got to have the most blessed clan I've ever seen with 3rd age. It's actually out of control.
That is crazy. Yeah.
How many pieces do you think this year? 8 pieces since we started the podcast in the summer? At least?
Yeah, give or take 2.
Yeah, give it somewhere around there. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right. If you would like to be a part of our shout-outs, join our Discord in the link below. We also have a Patreon where you can keep the show running for as little as $3 a month. If Patreon is not your thing, consider listening to a quick word from our sponsors, like a Spanish King Supers ad, maybe. So we'll see you in a second. All right, quick housekeeping. As I mentioned, we have a few game updates and news posts. Nothing big, but a few of them worth mentioning. Deadman All-Stars ticket sales. So this is the very first US live event happening on June 20th. It is Season 3 of Deadman All-Stars, which is kind of the celebrity Deadman that Solo Mission hosts. That'll be in person, the finale, in Chicago. And they were supposed to release tickets this week and made an update saying they're not going to be ready this week. We'll let you know when they are ready. So date to be determined if you're looking for those tickets. I myself might be going, so we'll see. But
really,
kind of a long shot.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah.
I live in a drivable distance, so that makes it like a lot cheaper.
This is quite possibly the best creator event ever for content. I think it's so good.
Gielinor games, but
well,
you can't do that
Gielinor
live.
Games, yeah, but Gielinor Games takes a really long time for him to come out with, right?
Yeah.
Like it's once a year. I guess Deadman's the same. I just personally think this is like something we usually don't see. Gielinor Games is fun, but they're long too.
Yeah.
This is so cool because you get each team's perspective and you can kind of like follow a team and then go back. A lot of them make really good videos, like Mika, and obviously Solo makes a lot of good vids too. And hopefully they don't invite that cheater this year. What's his name? Bitter.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the rot rat. I think every year he causes some kind of drama. I think there's a bit of an like with any
he's-
RuneScape competition, there's like an honor code. Obviously, like we do the same in our bingos, right? You could write, 15 pages of rules, but at some point, it's still going to come down to honor code. There's always something you can cheat on. So it's the same thing with these like big
just don't
creator.
be a dirtbag.
Exactly. There's these big creator events too. And I think the best policy is to just like let people add it, and then if they cheat, kick them out. It's easy. And I think that's what they're going to do with this guy.
Yeah.
It's all for
Very good.
the integrity of the competition.
Oh, yeah. So if you're looking for those, keep an eye out. And they said they give us plenty of advance notice so you can prepare. And hopefully, they also have like a cool system where you'll get a code in the launcher to buy the ticket so that like bots and scalpers have a harder time. They'll still be able to buy them up in droves, but hopefully that helps. Up next, we have possibly the only really notable news. Blood Moon Rises rewards got a little bit of reworked. So they showed us the Crimson Bludgeon, which was this new Crush spec weapon. Looked awesome. And they're changing the name to the Crimson Kisten, which is named after the medieval Kisten weapon. Why? I know this is Mod Rice for 100% positive. He nerded out on some medieval textbook and said, this is not a bludgeon. But nonetheless, or maybe it was called a flail. I thought it was Crimson Bludgeon. Regardless, I asked ChatGPT. I asked Chat, what does this mean? What's the difference between a Kisten and a flail? And a Kisten is a short, one-handed Eastern European chain and weight weapon built for speed and cavalry use, while a military flail is a longer, usually two-handed Western weapon with one or more chained heads designed for greater reach and formation fighting. So I'm guessing the thing here was the two heads means it wasn't a flail. But either way.
It'll still be two-handed though, right? That's the
yeah.
That's the idea.
I guess, yeah. It looks like it, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's sweet. It looks really good. The concept art looks great, so I can't wait.
I hate the new name though. It's gonna be called the Crimson Kitten.
Yeah,
there's no way people are gonna call it the
gosh,
kitten.
I didn't even know that.
The kitten for sure.
It's gonna be the kitten. But whatever. I think that's a mistake. Just leave it alone. Call it the flail or bludgeon. Just use words people actually use, but whatever. They also changed the crush accuracy. They increased it by 23 points, so it's now plus 80 crush, hoping that it'll be a little more useful and competitive. But at the end of the day, it's really going to serve a niche at a couple bosses. They mentioned Nightmare, Vedion, and Araxor, and we can presume also the Maggot King because you get it from him. So usually getting weapons from a boss means they're good at the boss. And also worth noting, no one really brings spec weapons to Vedion unless you're like a Giga Sweat and can get out of there safely, because usually one of your few items you're not going to dedicate to a spec weapon. So really just Nightmare and Araxor. But you guys have any thoughts on this update with the new Crimson Bludgeon?
Good chance it's going to be best in slot or at least usable at the new raid as well. If speculation is to be true. Point. I mean, we're going to do a speculation episode, but everyone kind of is speculating, Crush. They speculated that for Toa as well, but it turned out to be Stab. But this time, it seems like the low-hanging fruit is Crush, so it's possible that it's really good, and it's always nice to have another styled spec weapon. Instead, it used to just be DDS to Dragon Claws. There was like nothing else, right?
Yeah.
I used to bring DDS to top for like maybe 400 KC, so.
Burning Claws.
Burning Claws now, but.
Yeah, true.
Amazing.
They've added some like stepping stones and Void Waker being like a side grade to Claws, so.
Yeah.
Poplo, any choices?
Poplo?
Any thoughts?
I think
what you think?
like from what I'm hearing, it just works like Crush Claws, basically is what they're calling them. Just wherever you would want to use Crush, or wherever you don't want to use Claws because you have too high Crush defense or whatever, then just use this and it'll be good. So
yeah,
it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll move on. Hopefully that little crush accuracy increase helps it become useful. I hate seeing dead on arrival content. Most people do, but
totally. It'll be useful.
Also,
but yeah.
Hot take: does Araxor need more help? I feel like Araxor is like for the rewards and the how fun and kind of easy it is to kill. I feel like it doesn't need more help, but
it's profitable too. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like I guess you do need a Slayer task. I'll keep that in mind. So
I mean, you need a task, and the best
forever.
The best option there right now, I think, is Burning Claws.
And
there right now.
Yeah, usually, or you can just Elder Maul or Warhammer is fine too.
Warhammer, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's nice. I think people like having DPS specs, and I don't know. We'll see about the Vedion thing because a lot of times you don't bring. Obviously, you don't bring spec to Vedion because of losing stuff there, but also there's no spec weapon out there that had like a higher chance or a better roll than like their chain mace. Like, why would you waste a chain mace hit that can hit like an 80 or something for a special attack?
Oh, the Ursine.
The Ursine chain mace, because it's just got such a high max hit in general. So like, I don't think it's really going to be that useful there.
You can't even like Dragon Claw. You can barely Dragon Claw higher than an Ursine chain mace regular hit. So what's the point? Exactly.
Damn. Interesting.
Take that one with a grain of salt. I don't think anyone's going to take it to Vedion.
Yeah.
But
okay. Up next we have something I'm welcoming with open arms. The Necklace of Pursuit will now be called the Necklace of Rupture, or the Necklace of Paroxysm. I mean, please don't name it Paroxysm. I don't like Rupture's perfect. What do you guys have a preference? Or do you like the weird?
I'm glad that they listened because we talked about that a couple weeks ago. That like the Ring of Pursuit. So I like Rupture too. I think Rupture's good. I don't even know what paroxysm is. I've never heard that word till now. I think it's a cool word, but otherwise it's just going to be the Necklace of Parox. Everyone's just going to say that.
Yeah. I think it's just overly weird. But they also set the range accuracy to plus 20, which I think was a nerf. Usually when they say the word set, they're trying to avoid saying the word lowered. We've set this to 20. Usually means it was 30.
I think it was higher.
Yeah. Because they use the same language with the secret arrows we're about to talk about, and they did lower those.
But it's fine. I think that it'll fit. I think that it's still going to be very good. So,
yeah, very good. I also saw there's like this fan art that makes it not look like every other necklace in the game, and the colors match like the Maggot King instead. So,
I saw that too.
Maybe check that out. It looks a lot better.
Yeah, it's like multicolored, kind of on the fangs or whatever part of it.
It's like dark green and brown.
You could always add an ornament kit like they did with the Rancor, so it matches like Masori and stuff.
True. I think it looks like the Anguish ornament kit already with this shape, but
it does. It's just a little bit more like red color, I guess, than orange. Which I don't know. It'd have to be pretty distinct to even see it in the game because you never even see your necklace hardly. But
yeah,
an ornament kit like style would be cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe at like a speed time, like a charged ice or whatever. And
the charged ice that
charged ice
on 1KC, and everyone said, "Charged ice! What is this? What did I just get?" Like, everybody gets that.
Charged ice, outrageous.
Heartless, what do you think of a new necklace name?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't really care, to be honest. I was okay with Pursuit. Gonna bring your Pursuit. We're just gonna call it whatever the second part is, right? It doesn't matter if it's a necklace or an amulet. But it was like Rancor, Anguish. We just call them by the second part. Right. So as long as they make the second part sound good, then it's easy to ready to go. The kitten. Bring your kitten. Bring your Pursuit. Bring your Pursuit kitten. Yeah. See, it doesn't really matter. We're always gonna go to like the easiest thing to to say that's recognizable. So, yeah,
Right.
I'm down for it.
All right. Up next, we have Seeker arrows. Did receive a small nerf. These are like basically feathers you can put on the end of already existing arrows, or just like arrow shafts you can put on arrow tips and stuff that make them the new best in slot arrow for things like T-bow. Even Scorching Bow, I didn't really think of. And they received a nerf. Their range accuracy is going to be plus 20 instead of plus 23. No Monkey's got a great video on all these updates, and of course we'll take his opinion and make it our own. But basically he said, based on the calcs, anywhere that the Shadow and Twisted Bow were very close previously, so places like maybe God Wars, things like that, it seems like the Twisted Bow with these new arrows will be better than the Shadow. I think that's great because Shadow currently kind of dominates way too many metas. And I don't know. Maybe not because Shadow's dropped in price.
Another thing is that about the Shadow is it's not really going to be replaced at these places because you get to bring Ancients for free and basically have infinite healing. That's kind of part of why it took over. So even if T-bow was slightly better, I don't see a ton of people switching over to it at certain locations, just because like longevity is worth more. So it's in some, especially God Wars, than DPS, like slight DPS upgrades are.
Yeah, and boost potions too. Like instead of bringing, like you're out of boost when you run out of range pots, you just bring the heart, and then you've got infinite boosts.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? But it is cool. I always trust Monkey with the calcs because not only him, but he has a bunch of high level nerds that are in his Discord, and they tend to dive into they tend to get into the weeds of the numbers and bring stuff out. Famously, so much so that they killed off Adicon, the other high level video maker. I don't know if you guys remember that. Do you remember that drama? That was a good one. We'll have to go over that another time. I would. It's very funny. They had a feud over math. It was really good. Yeah, I
don't think I know about that.
You don't? You're gonna like it. I'll save it for chest room maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good. All right. Up next, we have they basically defended the Leech Fin sandwich, which, for reference, it heals 16 HP like a Caramblom with how fast it is to eat. However, in the next 12 seconds, if you take a melee hit, you heal an additional 16 HP, making it a 32 HP food, and it sets your next eat delay to 9 ticks, which is pretty huge. So, really weird, niche, convoluted item. Basically, you eat it, you get half of it up front, half of it if you take damage over the next 12 seconds. I say vote no for this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
You don't want the sandwich?
No, it just seems too confusing for people, man. It's like not. It seems a little forced.
I think it's cool. Like it opens up a new reward space for food, though. Like combat style specific food. Like you wouldn't use this if you're like ranging something.
Have the hunter food caught on that well? I know like Moonlight Antelopes use it hard, but like I just feel like they're shoveling content into an area no one really cares about.
I think it's
you have an issue with the current food? I don't know.
Like it's just I think they're exploring a new reward space. Like if this honestly, if this is too convoluted and like just don't want to touch it, like just like I have hardly touched any of the new fish that came out from sailing. Like even though I know there's new fish, I don't really remember everything that it's all done. Even though we've gone over it all, I just know there's a new max healing food, the Marlin, I think, or whatever. But other than that, like, I don't know what any of the other stuff does. And so I think that it's just worth trying something because then if this goes well, I mean, you could do the same thing for range. You could bring something where your next range hit heals you, or mage, same thing. So I think that it maybe could have some other uses, and then it obviously heals the most, but you lock yourself out of healing for a while after using it. So it's not like you're going to be chomping these things down. So I don't know. I think it's a cool idea and it's worth exploring. And if it doesn't fit, then I feel like it'll just be dead content if people don't want to use it. It'll just sit on the side. Nobody will go get them. So it seems like a low risk way to try something new.
I misspoke. It's not if you take damage over the next 12 seconds. It's if you successfully do damage.
Yeah, if you do damage. Correct.
So I want to correct that. Heartless, any opinions on the leech fin sandwich?
No, I kind of agree with Poplo. It's a good testing ground.
Okay. Yeah.
It leaves room for the ranged Blood Fury to come in later. Just wait for it.
Yeah. It'll be here.
I'm not vehemently against it, but let us know in the comments what you think. Up next, they also teased us that Venator fangs and teeth from Vampirium will be able to be used to create dragon arrows and darts, making it one of the only ways you can like actively farm besides, I don't know, killing Vorkath. Does Doom give it?
Duke does, I'll tell you that.
Duke. Okay. So yeah, good news for Iron Man. And maybe even some money making for the normies. And then we also found out about something new called dulled equipment that will drop, and you can polish the dulled equipment for crafting XP and alchables. It'll be like jewelry or weaponry. So I'm hoping this is similar to how we have like bone shards you can stack up and then use. The Varlamore jewelry is like stackable that you steal, so maybe I'm thinking like you can clean these and get crafting XP. And the way bone shards are cool is like you do a ton of work and you stack up maybe like 1 million XP. So it's not your noob training method. It's just like a stimulus check. You just get a nice little boost, so that you have to do less, glass blowing. So very good. All right. Next, we have 25 years of RuneScape this year. Marks the 25th anniversary of RuneScape in general, and 13 years of Old School RuneScape. Jagex made an event you can start in Southern Varrock, and I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's fun and nostalgic. And you get 3 rewards: a new helmet, a tabard, and a hat. All just cosmetic holiday stuff. Next, we have did either of you guys complete this event?
No.
Give you one guess.
I've been busy doing other stuff. If you haven't noticed,
I've given up. I gave up on holiday events about 3 years ago.
Yeah, once I get my trimmed cape, I just make sure they don't release tracks. But all right, up next we have Deadman Finale. This was yesterday as of recording, which is Saturday the 21st. We have 4 winners. For the lowest bracket, we have D. Saleh. We have for the 61 to 80 bracket, Calculator V4. For the 81 to 95 bracket, Mamma Mia 73. And the 96 bracket, Calmars. I didn't watch the Deadman Finale. It happened yesterday. Did either of you guys get a chance to watch it?
No.
No, sadly, no.
Yeah,
we're really doing our.
I didn't even hear about it, to be fair. Yeah, but that's okay. Let us know in the comments how it went. I heard some issues, some very angry people on Reddit who weren't able to get in the world because it was full, which, I mean, I feel like that's kind of an oversight. I don't know how that worked.
They warned about that. They said that the worlds will come online like an hour before the finale or something. So like log in early to claim your spot or something. So
what the hell is that, bro? What kind of finale is that?
I don't know. They said that it was going to happen. They said they kind of warned against it. I'm just saying they did put a little disclaimer.
It doesn't make it acceptable though.
No, I agree.
To get in the finale, you have to reserve a spot. I don't know. That's why I don't play Deadman. It's terrible.
If you put all that time and effort into it, and you were going into the finale, wouldn't you like save your spot? Like you sneeze, you lose. I don't know. I don't really feel too bad if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a top contender, and then you like show up late to your job. It's like get there early, like be ready.
Well,
I don't know.
I heard one guy said he got in with like 300 people and he stayed in and got DC'd, couldn't get back in. He was toast.
Okay, well, that was probably going to happen during the 1v1 fights anyways, so get over it.
Right.
If you're internet DCing, you're not going to win anyways, so.
I mean, I don't know, Poplo. I think you're think you're being a little toxic
I'm
here.
just saying,
Hey,
if his internet DC'd and he was, when it registers, then he's probably gonna lose the fight anyways. So
Maybe it was the cow boss that was DDoSing him, right, Poplo?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm excited, dude. I'm gonna get another pet
He's
this week.
excited.
I'm excited for it now.
About it.
It's gonna be so fast. I can't wait.
Look how he's changed.
I'm beaming everybody. I'm smiling.
You heard 50 HP one side swing and you're on the way.
Yeah, that's right.
You heard easy, even though we told you it was going to be doable with a steel scimitar, and then finally you changed your mind.
I told you I'd get over it. See, I'm smiling.
I'm gonna put in a special request to Jagex that you need a Slayer task to do it, and you're gonna get like 14 cows at a time, and you're gonna have to grind tutorial tasks to get it. There we go.
No, now that I don't have any Slayer bosses left, you're gonna do that to me.
Could you imagine having to get a 1 in 3K pet doing 14 cows at a time?
Oh my god,
that would be the
That'd
dream.
be terrible. That'd be terrible.
Okay, all right, I'll drop it. Sorry, Hoyt.
That is a good reminder that this Wednesday, the new cow boss is coming out on the 25th of February. So next week we get to hear.
Stoked. I'm honestly so excited.
That is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your guys' prediction for how long until the first hard mode completion? You think the day of release, the next day?
The weekend maybe. Because it's probably gonna be hidden on how you unlock it too. It might take a while for someone to figure it out.
I'll say by Friday at midnight Eastern.
Okay. It's gonna be
probably weekend.
You don't think someone that was like doing it already yet?
No, it's gonna be maybe Noob Type will figure it out. Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we'll have him on.
Oh wait, here's the real question. You guys think Wooks is coming back for release?
Yeah, 100%. No, dude, he's in the cryo chamber until Raids 4. Let's be honest.
That's true. He'll be back out of nowhere. Just be absolutely goated right off the bat.
Yeah. Very last update. The current restrictions for UIMs with the cargo hold for sailing have been removed. So UIMs can freely use the cargo hold. So that's a big win. And that wraps it up for all the game updates and news posts of the week. Is there anything I missed here, boys?
No.
It's worth mentioning.
Pretty low-key week, I'd say.
Yeah. All right, Heartless, why don't you take us for the fun ride of today's topic?
Yeah, so today's topic is something we've been talking about doing these like little top 5 series, maybe top 10 for longer things, but basically just talking about our opinions on some of our favorite items in RuneScape or favorite bosses, whatever. But this week we're thinking about doing our top 5 most valuable items. So this means items that we believe are the most value per GP. So depending on how much you spend on the item, what are the best? So not including untradables. Obviously, a lot of the game's best items are untradables, like Barrow's Gloves, Fire Cape, Torso, stuff like that. Those are all free. Just take time and quests. But we're specifically talking, go into the GE, spend in your coin. What are the best bang for buck items? So this is very much a mains win again type situation. For you Iron Men out there, these items are still good, but this is definitely more from a mains perspective. An Iron Man top 5 would probably look a little bit different. So I guess some of us have put these in order. Others have kind of, just kind of come up with our 5 favorites and then on a particular order. I tried to put mine in order. It is tough though. I also tried to go out with some things out of left field because there's a few bit of low hanging fruit that obviously some of us are going to put on there. There's a few items that are just clearly stand above the others, but tried to go with a few wacky ones on here as well for the people. So, Poplo, do you want to start us off? What's your number 5?
Sure. So, yeah, this is super easy, but the reason I had it on here was because I think you're just going to use it for so long. And so cheapest, best one, I'm going to say don't fall for the Amulet of Fury trap. Use the Amulet of Strength. And so that's my number 1 because it's got more strength bonus than the Fury. You're going to use it everywhere. You're going to use it for every melee Slayer task all the way up until you get a Torture, basically. So, and it's dirt cheap. You get it within 10 minutes of having an account or whatever. So
that's a big pick, actually. It costs 1,000 coins.
I don't even know. Just go pick one up off the ground somewhere.
Yeah, it's so cheap. It's essentially free. And you're right. So basically how strength bonus works, for those of you who don't know, if a monster has no defense, like let's say has 0/ defense and you're hitting it with a dragon scimitar, it doesn't matter what your accuracy is because you're rolling against 0 defense basically. So you're basically going to hit every time. So on low defense monsters, a +10 strength amulet, like the Amulet of Strength, is the exact same as a 20 mil amulet of what is it, Torture? Yeah. So the value is insane for what you're paying.
Yeah, the Torture is 20 mil, but the Torture is a little bit better. But the Amulet of Fury, a lot of people think that Amulet of Fury is better just because it costs more and it has an Onyx. But Fury actually has less strength bonus.
Yeah, so it's actively worse. Like if you're just killing Bloodvelds and, what are they called? Abyssal Scepters. You just get, what are the Abyssal Scepters? That's not right.
What?
Abyssal Specters.
Aberrant
Specters. Aberrant Specters. You see what level of gaming I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's my.
Anyways, that's
my
it.
First one.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks for the.
I can follow that. I got something very similar. I said the Amulet of Glory because, like Poplo was talking about with the Fury, the Glory is just a downgraded Fury, but the Amulet of Strength is obviously much better for melee, so you can use the Glory for your range and for your mage early game, and there's a reason like PKers use it because it's just a good all-rounder. It costs 12k, so I can't think of a better like bang for your buck than a Glory for 12k, and it's got teleports on it.
It's true.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What do you think about the Amulet of
30.
Glory, Heartless? You got?
Oh, okay. This is my Amulet of Glory is on my list as well /strength, but they're a little bit higher up on my list for value. I put them higher than this, so we'll pop it in later. But yeah, I think they're incredible items. And I was just thinking, you don't need anything to buy them. You just roll up to the G, 1,000 coins, boom, you're done.
As you've been rolling in the glories this week.
Yes, as I've been rolling it. I was actually just thinking about items the other night when I was like prepping my doc, and I was like, in my bank scrolling through, like looking along the wiki. I was like, wait, my inventory's full of glories. Surely that's one of the best items. I was thinking of my like baby setup on my Iron Man when I first started, like which were purchasable items. Very few of like the early game, items that you're going for are actually purchasable. But my second one, rank 4, I guess I'll start first because this is also a purchasable item. Dragon Boots. You can't go wrong with Dragon Boots. That's what I have at rank 4. Wait, I was supposed to do rank 5. I'm a fool.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we'll put Dragon Boots at rank 5 because it's pretty much the same as my rank 4. So I think Dragon Boots are like in the similar idea to a Glory or a Strength Amulet. They're super cheap, and they give you +4 strength bonus, which is really strong. They're like currently 300k, which is not too much money, even when you're starting out the game. And I guess you could also throw in, climbing boots, but they require a quest, so that's why I thought Dragon Boots were kind of perfect. Just slide right in here in the 5th/4th spot for me. Any thoughts on the D Boots, boys?
I was gonna say that's a really good segue into my number 4 because I had the Dragon Boots G.
Yeah, let's go.
The gold trim, dude. You're a main. You got to pay for that. You got to pimp them out.
How much does it cost? Do you know?
I think it's like 8k for the.
It's like nothing. It's like 8k. Yeah, 10k.
It's 10k for the ornament kit. So cough up the extra 10k, you'll be balling, dude. Wear those forever.
They're actually pretty cool. And if you think about like progression, especially if you think Iron Man style, you don't get Dragon Boots until you unlock
like 87
mages, or like 80 spiritual mages, 83, something like that. They're in the 80s,
82,
which is really where they belong, right? Like they're an almost best in slot boot. So like they were pre-bis for basically forever. I love that term pre-bis. My friend Koss told me the other day about pre-bis, basically being
that's a wild term.
Yeah. I actually love that term because it essentially means like literally what you think. It's right before the best in slot, the next best thing, and basically
it's also what you use to get the bis.
Exactly,
which is important.
And I think that's a term we should adopt in RuneScape. because a lot of these items on here are the pre-bis items, because really when you're buying best in slot items, you're praying like they're crazy good. Like, don't get me wrong, the T-bow is probably the best item in the game, but you're paying a lot of money to get that power, right?
Yeah.
And like, yes, it might be a 20-30% increase in damage in certain places, which is insane, but you know, you're paying 20-30 times more for some of these best in slot items, you know, thousands of times more in the case of like a glory or a strength amulet, right? So it's very much going to be dominated by these pre-bis items. Great term, by the way. Love those WoW players, except when they're taking away my RuneScape friends, like this last few months. They'll come back.
It's good to have variety.
They always come back.
I didn't do the dragon boots because I feel like they are good value because they're only 320k right now. But the climbing boots are +2, dragon boots are +4, and then the prims are +5 only, and they're 23 mil.
That's what,
so those are terrible.
That's what we're saying. Like, that's the premium you're paying for the Jordans. I guess the Vernix now. The Vernix are good, but great. 200k.
Those are 3 mil because I wanted to put those on there. If they were like 1 mil, I think of Vernix, or not a Vernix. Sorry, I'm thinking of the new
Arania boots.
Arania,
yeah, they are expensive.
But
they are great.
Dragon boots are one.
They're great upgrade, obviously, when you can afford them. But they're more like a side grade than anything because they don't actually give you much. They just look cooler. That's all. Arguably, the golden boots are pretty nice.
Oh my god, guys!
What?
Guys,
what'd you get?
I just got the squirrel pet.
Did you really?
No way!
I did. I literally just
on the gem.
On the main.
Oh, could you imagine? He would not have.
Is that your first one?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I used to pull the squirrel on the podcast.
I actually just got it live.
Let's go, dude!
Live, coming to you live. 2,357 laps.
Nice.
I'm so sorry, Pump.
Well done. You know what? Deserved.
We're not giving you a shout out next episode, okay?
Yeah, deserved. Well done, Poplo. Well done.
Oh my god, GZ, dude. Let's go.
So speaking of...
That's my
number one. Yeah, number one, Poplo's luck this week. Best in slot.
No kidding, dude. What is going on?
Hoyt, what did you have clocking in at number 4 on your highest value items?
So I ranked mine by how much they cost to buy.
Okay.
Because they're all like... It's hard to put subjective weight on how good they were. This one was, I thought, a pretty cool one to put on. Bloodbark armor.
Oh shit, that's a good call. I didn't even think about that.
So with the new mage rework, it is there's 1% magic damage bonus for 3 pieces: the helm, the top, and bottom. So for 400k, you can buy the 3 pieces, and you can have equal magic damage to the Elder Chaos robes, the Infinity robes, Dagonhide robes. I think Arams. Even. Is Arams 1%?
It's 1%.
Too?
Yeah, it's expensive. Arams is expensive.
Yeah.
And it's heavy. It's really heavy. It's like +15 weight.
Yeah. So that was my pick based on cost.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
It's
okay,
really
it's
good.
The same as Arams and Blue Moon.
And Blue Moon.
And Third Age for other people.
What?
Yeah.
It's and the requirements are nothing, right? Basically, so that's why PK is used all the time. It's like a very popular set.
Yeah, 60 defense, 60 magic requirement. I mean, that's pretty low. So
great shout.
Yeah.
So for me, number 4, I guess it was going to be on my number 5. I wanted to put the Dragon Dagger here, but because it's kind of like the first spec weapon you get, but it's a quest locked item, so I left it behind, and I went for the Burning Claws, which I guess are they quest locked, or can you just buy them?
You can buy them.
You can buy them for sure.
You can buy them for sure.
I don't know if you can use them, but
you can. I think for 7. Okay, so it's about 50 mil to buy Dragon Claws right now, which are probably considered the best spec weapon. You could say Void Waker is essentially the same thing as Claws. And it's also somewhere between 40 and 50 mil. Burning Claws cost you 7 mil. Pretty insane price for an item that in many places is the same damage as the other two. Some places it's slightly worse. Some places it's even slightly better. So I think Burning Claws are an outrageous value item, and one that you should take basically everywhere with you on your account.
Yeah, I looked at these. I didn't do it because 7 mil. I wasn't quite sure or comfortable with a ticket price that high, but I
have a little bit of dark tech for some of the richest men out there playing RuneScape. You want to hear it? Poplo, this might interest you. Do you have the Bloodhound? Oh, you already have it. So, okay, there's a step where you have to go to Entrana and you're not allowed to bring any items and you have to kill a guy. A lot of people bring like darts and they fletch some darts and then they throw the darts and kill the guy a little bit quicker instead of just punching the double agent. What you can do is you can bring one of each Burning Claw, attach them on the island, and claw him out. Come on.
What, really?
Yeah, why not?
That's amazing.
Yeah, a friend pointed this out to me once. I was like, that is just the most genius thing I have heard. So boom, if you have an extra 50, I mean, it's expensive because each claw half is like 3 mil. So you'd have to have like 20 of each, 20 sets in the bank. And then you can just... You can just sell them when you're done. I think it's hilarious for one step.
I'll one up you. Okay. I bring all the Soul Reaper axe pieces.
Okay, yeah, and 200,000 blood runes, whatever else you need. Yeah, that's
every time I get this step. Yeah, I go grind one.
Come on, you go and pre-grind out 15 axes just to save yourself 10 seconds. Yeah,
Can you dismantle the Burning Claws at any time?
No, you can't. I don't think you can.
No. Okay.
I think they're stuck, so you'd have to sell them. So you'd have to be a main to do this. But I just thought it was pretty funny when someone pointed out that to me.
That is funny.
Because for that step, you do have to go and craft the black d'hide and put it in the storage on the island. So it's a pretty hilarious one.
Yeah, don't forget, don't teleport away from that step with your black d'hide still in your inventory. That's the worst.
Especially if you had to boost for it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Worst feeling.
I hate to see it. Are we done the fours, boys, or Hoyt? Did you?
Poplo, I think
Poplo's fourth.
By fourth was
Poplo,
Dragon Boots G.
Okay, so. True. Okay, so next most valuable items, bang for your buck. Number 3. Who wants to start this off? Let's go Hoyt this time. Hoyt, send number 3 for us.
Okay, I said Tent Whip. It's 1.6 mil. And it's just gonna be your goated 4-tick melee weapon that you can be competitive at top with. Maybe not competitive, but you can certainly do top with. And Vardorvis, any melee boss that's not a Demon Bane, for 1.6 mil, you get insane bang for your buck. So easy choice.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. I had to look over the whip and the 10 whip as well.
Yeah.
I remember being a main, though. This is something I'd think about. I remember being a main having a tent whip, and I used to feel, I know it's stupid, but I would feel this regret of using my tent whip on like random tasks when when it was like costing me something. I was in the mindset of like I was super poor at the time. I didn't have much money, and the tentacle whip felt bad to use, even though like theoretically I was making money. It felt horrible.
It does make you sick to spend money.
Exactly. Whereas like now, every shadow cast that I'm doing costs me 1,000 GP. I don't even think about it. It doesn't even sweat. Same with the scythe. Like you just start to not think about it the more you make money when it becomes less relevant. But early game, like it's a real thing. Same with Arams, like all the Barrows items, like having to fix them was a legitimate concern.
Yeah, that was bad.
I changed it to like Abyssal / Tentacle Whip.
No, it's fair. I just thought it was an interesting point. Poplo, did you have that same experience?
Well, I was going to say, I think, back when Tent Whip was kind of like the step down from Scythe, like whips were a lot more expensive too back then. Whips, like it felt bad, I think, because whips were like 3+ mil. Now they're like just over a mil. And so like when you run out of charges, then it's just like, oh, it's just a mil. Like, it's not as big of a deal. It doesn't feel as bad than coughing up half of your Vernic split or whatever to pay for another 2 whips or whatever.
True.
At this point.
Yeah, so that's definitely fair. Yeah,
it's a lower. Yeah, I think that's why it's come into more grace, is why it has more value now, is Yeah, because they're cheaper,
Yes.
and you like it's
Super
worth
cheap.
paying. It's worth using it now.
Yeah, the economy has
Yeah.
changed. Like money is definitely easier to make than it was even 5 years ago. And these items they've like lowered in price given the that there's big inflation going on. So yeah, definitely interesting. Poplo, what's your number 3?
Okay, I'm making a jump for my number 3. Sorry, guys. But my number 3 was Dexter's Prayer Scroll.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh,
20
that's a good
mil,
one.
20 mil for a Dex, and it is the biggest range upgrade, biggest range DPS upgrade that you're ever gonna get until Tebow.
Yeah.
It's just that prayer is just so good. So using
That's a good one.
You're gonna use that literally everywhere. I would take your first Avernic split if you're a main and just buy a Dex right off the bat if you don't have it. So
I hard agree. In fact, it's in one of my other slots. So
okay,
I definitely agree
Sorry,
with you.
I made the jump a little early.
No, that's
but,
fair. I'm
we're
curious
up-
to see what you have in the other slots.
Yeah, I've got some stuff for the other
got
slots.
some spice. Hoyt, what do you think about the Dex being there? Is that legitimate? I mean, you often
No,
hear
I
it,
think
right?
it's something I've always heard. I think it's great. I think it's worth it. Whereas like the Avernic, I'm thinking of permanent unlocks for the account, and like the Avernic you cannot sell back, Rigor you can't sell back, Augur you can't. Rigor's obviously like the golden child.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is for like Avernic. If it's like worth getting if you're still like broke.
I think
like probably
the
not.
Avernic's not even worth until you're like done. Technically, DPS wise, it's not worth getting until you are done like mega rare rebuilds. It's that insignificant. It's
Really?
that's insignificant, yeah.
Okay.
But people often get one because it looks cool, and you don't want to be that guy, with a red defender. You basically when you start tobbing,
Yeah.
you'll be. And I found this with a lot of people. They're not pressured, and everyone's like, "Nah, just don't, just stick with the red one. Like it doesn't matter." But they'll be like, "Nah, I gotta get that black defender. Like I can't be the guy with the being out there
It's
being
like
the
a fire
person."
cape on your
Exactly,
hand.
it's very similar. It's kind of like a status-y thing. So people
A little
tend to
bit,
get
yeah.
Avernics really early, which is, I think, not. It's obviously a waste of money, but I also don't blame them because I wanted to do the same thing on my main. It's just hard to not want to, and it's permanent, right? You're like, oh, it's a permanent upgrade.
That's the real issue. Yeah, if you could just sell it back for a small, stupid tax, then that's fine.
Mhm.
But you're stuck with your decision. So
Yeah.
no, I think Rigor is really smart. I wish I thought of that.
Another
Probably
point.
because I don't have it.
Another point for the Dex is the Royal Titans prayers have come out, and so kind of bridge that
Yeah.
gap between the two prayers. Like it's not as much of a DPS increase, but also Dexes used to be like 70 mil back in the day when they were like such a big upgrade, and now they're like 22. So I feel like the price has also affected
Yeah.
their power spike. So they've come, they're not as big of a jump, but they've also come down in price.
Also,
So
the
that'd be my other
blowpipe
defense.
used to be like, God's right hand weapon. Like it was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Like it was so insanely powerful, and Rigor like ultra stacks with it because you're attacking every 3 ticks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that means like the faster you attack, the more the damage from Rigor amplifies.
Mhm.
Yep.
So that's another reason that it was crazy expensive back in the days, because basically the weapon every single person used was being stacked up by this crazy prayer.
Also, with the Chambers reworks, more are probably coming into the game. That's not a major factor, but something to think
Yeah, 100%. Is it my turn for the number 3?
Yep.
Okay, I
Yeah.
went with a bit of a different one here. I went for the Ursine Chain Mace.
of.
Currently
Ooh,
sitting
okay.
at 6 mil, which is disgustingly cheap. And we're
Yeah.
talking about a 4-tick weapon here, which is pretty fast. It has no requirements except for charges, ether, which does cost a little bit of money to use, but you can be hitting like 75s, between 60. I think the max hit when you're doing like stuff like Calvarion and things with like Salve Amulet and pretty decent strength gear is like in the 80s every 4 ticks, which is like actually better than a scythe every 4 ticks. And obviously, if I think it's such a valuable item because if you're doing early game and you're brave enough to step out into the wilderness, you can be getting some pretty serious strength XP with the Ursine Chain Mace. at very low levels. You're hitting 50s, 60s, even in monk's robes, and you can just be railing through these different Slayer tasks, absolutely abusing the power of the chain mace, and honestly, very rarely dying. If you look at it as like your deaths cost are like your investment into your strength training, then I think the chain mace is a ridiculous weapon. The same can be said for the crossbow, but it's more like 20 mils. So I thought this one was a perfect one to slot in the value chain. What do you guys think?
That's smart. If you asked me the price of the chain mace, I would have said it's got to be 16, 20 mil. So the fact it's that cheap is crazy.
I think you could do casual Slayer and get like 100,000 strength an hour. I'm pretty sure. In the wilderness with like monk's robes and dragon boots on.
Dang, that's crazy.
Believe it.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you a question because I feel like there's been a couple people like doing revs recently, and they've really been looking for the scepter or like the crossbow, obviously, as like the best. So like, why? I'm curious why you picked the chain mace over the other ones, or actually like what's the hype around the scepter and the crossbow?
Okay,
they're specs.
Like why?
Okay, so I think the reason I picked the chain mace, maybe I should talk about the reason why each one's good first. The reason I picked the chain mace is because I was thinking from a mains perspective. I'm thinking of someone who's like not necessarily new to the game, but this is really for people who are newer to the game. What is the best value for you? That's one of the perspective I'm coming from. And if I was thinking I'm a low level, like base 75s or something like that, and I'm not afraid of stepping into the wilderness, I want to get some Slayer points. The Ursine chain mace is ridiculous because you can absolutely supercharge your strength training, and there are not a lot of other options for training strength. There are AFK options, of course, but there's not a lot of other active things you can be doing. Like you'll probably just be doing regular Slayer and you'll be getting significantly less XP from it. So I think it's just a great way to train actively at a really low price. That's why I picked the chain mace, and it's cheap. As far as like hunting the 3 items goes, the mace is best at 2 of the 3 bosses. The crossbow is best at the other one, tied with the scepter.
For the Webweaver spec at like Leviathan.
True, yeah. Webweaver has like PVM uses, and it's the best thing for killing revs, which is why it's the most expensive weapon. It's like and if you're doing casual Slayer in the wilderness, like in your max level like us, you're going to be using a Webweaver because of the range, right? Like you can hit things further away, so you'll kill them faster.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I was specifically thinking about training strength. Like the other thing is, if you're base 75s, there's a lot better ways to train range than there are to train strength in the game for lower prices, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get
and then the scepter, like you can use for the barrage task, but more so you can use in PVM again for its spec at Yama, at Whisperer, at
and
anywhere.
The barrage tasks are less relevant until you're like probably getting to Necreals at least.
Yeah, it's not early.
So, maybe you're doing jellies and dust devils, but most likely when you get to Necreals is when you have magic level high enough to access ice barrage, and by that point you're probably closer to 99 strength anyway. So that's why I went with the chain mace, because I think it's the most relevant.
And mains probably aren't doing as many barrage tasks in the wilderness, just in general.
No, unless
you're like if you're an iron, maybe it's a little different.
I do it for like Laren's keys or hunting. Like if you're hunting an imbued heart, that's a pretty smart thing to do. But yeah, for mains, there's essentially no reason except for XP, and not a ton of mains like to do wildy stuff. So
sounds good.
I think the crossbow and the scepter are higher in price because mains who are rich, they buy them for their niche PVM uses, like 1 or 2 bosses specking.
Yeah.
And then they want to keep them in their bank forever, so they always have that tool in their belt. Whereas the mace, you more so buy it. It is a spec weapon at Huey, but besides that, if you're not doing wilderness, I feel like people are more inclined to sell their mace when they're done with it.
Yeah, chain mace is really just for Venenatus, like Vedion, Calvarion, and if you're a lower level looking for strength XP in the wilderness. Those are like the 3 uses, and those are great uses, but they're quite niche, whereas the other 2 are, like Hoyt said, generalist. So
cool.
Interesting slot. Boys, what do you have at... you're done number 3, right? So we're skipping up to 2 now?
Wait, did you do your 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
All right, let's go Poplo first on number 2. Send it.
Okay, number 2. Okay, this is because of a recent conversation that I was having with some of my group mates. We got a couple Abyssal Whips, and we're like, okay, this is good. Yeah, we're feeling pretty good. But then we're like thinking about where we're gonna use them, and we're like, honestly, a lot of the like Slayer tasks and stuff that I feel like we would use them just have been completely overshadowed by the Ember Light, and so I'm gonna say Tormented Synapse or the Ember Light. As my number 4.
Sitting at 40 mil right now as well.
Yeah, it's a beefy boy, but I feel like, all of the synapses are really good. I think that if you're just a main, you're doing your Slayer tasks, stuff like that, like I think kind of same thing like what you were saying with the Chain Mace Heartless is the Ember Light seems like it's the most just like generalist synapse to have. So I think Ember Light is going to make my number 4 slot. Use it on all your demon tasks. You use it on Hellhounds. Use it Cerberus.
You mean number 2 slot, so second most valuable.
Yeah, second highest. Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah. I think you're spot on because the synapse is probably, if you think nowadays, like we all, I should say, grew up in a different time. Our accounts were built in a different era, so the jump from early/mid to late was huge. But now they're populated by these items. I think you're right. Like, is Synapse the first expensive item you should be purchasing on an account these days? Maybe a Dex, maybe a Synapse, depending on what you're doing, right? Because by the time you're getting to those Slayer grinds, you're doing like what? Tortured gorillas. Demonic gorillas. And what are the new ones called? Demonic. Tormented Demons. Yeah, my bad. Those two, Tormented Demons, probably your best money maker, and then Demonic Gorillas is probably great too. So those are like 2 very farmable bosses. That teach you like early mechanics. So yeah, I think it's a good shout.
Yeah, and I'll also
let me read off.
Real quick. I'll also add to this. Like, we've always had the arc light, back in the day, but we never had a way to fully infuse it or to fully charge it. And so I think that we never used our arc light charges on those tasks because you would save them for whatever big tasks you would want to use. But now the Ember Light,
you'd save them for like bosses essentially.
Yeah, Cerberus, pretty much. Yeah, if you didn't have a scythe, you would just use them on Cerberus or Abyssal Sire. Like I watched, I remember watching Its Will stabbing Abyssal Sire for tens of, maybe 100 hours, tens of hours stabbing Abyssal Sire with the arc light because that was Biss. And now just having like unlimited charges, it just makes it a no-brainer to bring that pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, it's really strong, isn't it? Unlocks a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Hoyt, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is a really good pick. I think we could have also named this game like what are the most underpriced items? Like what items are so cheap that shouldn't be? And I would definitely say the Ember Light. I was looking at the wiki and the recommended equipment, and it'll show you like of what bosses and methods items are used. It is the wiki, take it for a grain of salt, but they've been pretty good lately. So I'll just read off everything that this is either number 1 or number 2 in. So you have Cerberus, Demonic Gorillas, Sire, Skatizo, Abbey Demon Slayer Task for melee, Necriel Slayer Task for melee, Tormented Demons, Yama, and then you also have like Duke Succulus, and the Duel of Macchiato.
Yeah.
Which you probably take the Dark Light, but just insane right there for, what would we say, 40 mil?
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 mil.
To have something equivalent to a Scythe or better than in some, like, why is it better than the Scythe in some places? It's disgusting.
Yeah, brings up a discussion. Like, I haven't put the Fang on this list. I don't know if you guys are going to in your number 1 slot.
I looked at it, decided against it.
The Fang's currently sitting at 30 mil, and for many, it's kind of a jack of all trades items. It's ultra best in slot at specifically Toa, but every single other place in the game it's outclassed by another weapon. So it's still like a perfectly great weapon to pick up and use as like a generalist everywhere. And I think it's still one of the early, it's still one of the items you're going to be wanting to purchase early on your account. But I think value for your dollar, or for your GP in this case, Synapse is probably going to be quite a bit better.
Yeah, I think the Fang took a real hit when they nerfed it, when it was double rolling on Slash as
They
well.
did.
Like, that would have been... That's the number one best item in the entire game, hands down, right there. Like, pre-nerf Fang.
Yeah, like, you're still bringing Fang to, like, chambers and stuff like that if you're, like, a low level, but honestly, like, you're not losing out that much by bringing a whip. Losing the Slash roll definitely hurt the Fang, and... unless they release any bosses that are like super high stab defense, it's probably just going to sit where it is right now as like a great weapon, but a little bit more niche than it used to be.
They had an all-time low price of like 9 mil.
They were freaking 9 mil. At 9 mil, like that's a different story. Like that's an insane value, but at 30 mil, like that's probably more like where it should be sitting. It is a mega. We consider it like, I consider it to be like the stab mega rare. Like it's ridiculous at stab, but there's just not that many bosses that are weak to stab. And typically things that are weak to stab have 0 defense, so the Fang is like less useful. But yeah, Toa, it's nuts.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Number 2 for you, Hoyt. What are you thinking?
I got some low-hanging fruit here. I'll just say the Berserker Ring. You can imbue it, get +8 strength, and it's 3 mil.
Yeah, it's a big
and
one.
it's just goated. You just bring it everywhere until you get a Light Bearer, which I didn't really think of, actually. Maybe I should have said that. And the Suffering if you're not using melee. But it's just amazing for thousands of hours of your account. You just use it. So.
Yeah, I agree. My number 2 is the Amulet of Glory / Strength Amulet. So we kind of already talked about it. But yeah, for 10k, 1k, you can't do any better than that. I guess we talk number 1 now, boys. Who wants to go first? I guess, Hoyt, you should go first this time. It's your turn.
All right. I will do a big ticket one here. The Shadow of Timikin.
Oh my god, you jumped up big.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You went from 3 mil to 900 something mil.
Okay. All right, Hoyt. Big baller.
Originally I thought this was like still at the 870 mil or whatever price. It's at 921. It wasn't enough for me to change my decision, but you can get a mega rare for less than a bill, and you can do the most efficient strategy of money making for a ton of bosses crazy. And methods. It's expensive to use, but I just feel like there's this like door that opens when you're now a mega rare holder, and just being able to get one for less than a bill compared to 1.5 for the T-Bow or Scythe or wherever they're at is it's great. I don't know.
Yeah, I disagree a little bit. I just think that in order to make the Shadow good, you need all the best and pretty much best in slot mage gear. Or else you're missing. You're missing out on a lot of power. As far as mega rares go, it's definitely value for money at the current price. But
so here's an example. We were doing some chambers on the group this last week, and I was using Blue Moon with the Dragon Hunter wand and Mage's Book, and obviously we have a Shadow with like. We've got some Arims and some, we put the Confliction Gauntlets, all that stuff, like max mage on the Shadow. And I was using Earth Wave on Ulm, and my max hit was like 45 or something. And I think that my group mate, who has way higher mage level and was using the Shadow, his max hit was like 53, I think, or something. So still significant, but for the price difference between, I was using a 20 mil setup, and he's using a almost 900, like a bill setup. Like, I was still pretty happy. Like, I was still hitting pretty often with it. And, I don't know, Dragon Hunter Wand was still doing it for me. So, I agree with Heartless that you kind of need to spend the money on the rest of the setup.
Yeah,
to make
I respect that you
Yeah.
jumped in for a mega rare.
To be
though,
fair,
Hoyt.
that wasn't
Big-
part of the game.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not shooting
game
it down.
wasn't, what
I
else
think it's
do you
still
have?
insane.
The
yeah,
the
it's
value
what
for
it is with
sure
this one.
is high when you're in the when you're talking about spending 1 billion coins. Like, yeah, this is a great item.
Yep.
Good shout. 900 mil. It's slowly rising. I wonder if it's going to be good at Raids 4. That's kind of going to determine its fate as far as price goes. If it's not, it's going to tank again.
Yeah, we'll see.
Poplo, what do you think? Number 1.
All right. My number 1 is not an item, but you can still, it's an investment, I would say. Once you're kind of settled, you got some stuff going on the main, you've got some cash you're looking to spend it on, I would say dump 100 mil into an alternate account. So I have an alt as number 1.
That wasn't
What the
part of the
hell?
game.
You broke the
You
game.
broke the game, you cheater.
I'm cheating.
Those weren't the rules.
Okay, but
Flo.
kind of an alt is almost viable at this point.
Okay,
So
but
with the
now
crab and
we're
everything,
banned.
like
Now we're
melee
banned.
combat stats like that.
okay, I see how
I'm
it
taking
is.
my artistic liberties as a co-host of a podcast, and I'm saying an alt.
What about
huge.
for people?
It's not a bad call.
Not a bad call, but what I think the only downside to alts, I don't like alting. Obviously, I'm an Iron Man, but I find playing 2 characters at once really annoying and ruins a bit of the game for me.
Yeah.
That's your opinion.
That is my opinion.
I think that playing 4 accounts at once is very fun.
I think playing
And I really like it,
17
especially-
accounts at once, having 45 little Avengers, spamming across the board. I don't know. I just find it confusing. That's all.
The other problem, Poplo, is you gotta keep that account either with real life money or in-game money bonded.
Yeah.
Maybe I
But-
can agree with you value wise if you're like in the end game. For the price it costs you to invest into an alt, it's probably way better than any like big upgrade you're purchasing, like Eldritch Orb, like niche upgrade, you know what I mean? So
you're gonna have
I
a
see
lot
where
of
you're coming
time.
from. If
You're
you're
gonna have
into big PVM.
I think you're going to have a lot of time towards the end of your account. Maybe you've bought, you've done a mega rare rebuild, and maybe you've got 2 out of 3 mega rares or something. There's going to come a time where you're kind of running out of upgrades, though. Like, you've kind of hit each of those 40 mil, 50 mil upgrades, or, you've got all your Zenites, all that stuff. And then the purchases become like a lot more few and far between.
Sure.
They're a lot more spaced out. And I think that is a great time just to start making an alt if you're planning on doing PVM as a main later in the future. Like, you don't have to really do much for it, but just park it at the crab and start getting combat stats up, and maybe you just use it as a supply alt or something later. But I think that just having that option later in your account just opens a lot of doors and makes quality of life like really, really easy. You really don't have to play it too intensely, but I think that also if you can just get it to gem crab, like that also will help you to like get used to playing 2 accounts at once, where you're just clicking on the other screen twice every 10 minutes or whatever.
You're right. Even just a supply alt is
So-
pretty good just to bring you stuff.
Yeah.
Like a little mule, like having a
Yep.
pack yak. Yeah, you're right. I see where you're coming from.
So there you go. That's what I'll say is you pay 100 mil to get that account up, and then you've got yourself a pack yak for the rest of your career.
Rest of the
And
career.
you can bond it or not if you want or don't want to. Then
Yeah, that's
whatever.
fair. You can leave it for your grinds that you're gonna do. Okay, my number 1. I thought about the decks. I thought about the Bofa. They were honorable mentions, but I ended up going with the Eye of Ayak because it's 70 mil right now, and
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know a bit of a controversial one, but I think for the price, you don't
I
really
don't think it's
need
controversial.
much. The thing about the Shadow, like Hoyt, you're right. If you're spending mega rare money, Shadow is a great purchase, but you probably already have a lot of equipment at that point, or it can afford like the Ancestral boost. But I think if you're just like a generalized account, you're looking to make a big purchase. Maybe you have a Dex. You're looking at a Bofa, or you're looking at Eye of Ayak, and the Eye is crazy because really all you need is an Occult and the 1% magic damage armor, which is really, both of those things are really cheap. You can get an Eladinus's ward for like 4 mil, and then all of a sudden you're looking at some pretty insane magic damage when you compare it even to Max Shadow. You can get, it's like basically second bis for a very low price. So 10% of the price for, 80, 85%, even 90% in some locations of the damage. I think the Eye has kind of changed the game, and I think if I was a main going for depending on what I wanted to grind, I would say the eye and the Bofa would be the things I eye up the most. But yeah, I think the Ayak is a huge item, so I throw it in at number 1.
Yeah,
I like it.
I totally agree.
It's like the pre-bis, right?
It is. It's the pre-bis
baby mega rare.
It's the pre-bis. Whereas Hoyt's choice is the mega rare, and I think that's fair. Like it's crazy value for its current price at 900 mil. But I just took the more pre-bis learner approach, and I think you just don't need much to make the eye so strong. So it's my number 1.
I will substitute my shadow for the black mask. At 834.
Dude, shadow's a good shout. It's just a different purchasing bracket. That's all. I think
it's an honorable mention right there.
Yeah, honorable mention. Black mask is great.
I'll make up for it with the black mask. Yeah, and make sure you guys imbue it if you're all the noobs out there, and that's the only way it works for Ranger Magic. And
boom.
You don't have to make it into a Slayer helm for like a while, but you'll obviously look cooler when you do. So, I think you look like a Chad with just the mask.
Yeah, a little gold killer.
Yeah, 15% damage increase for 800k is nuts. So,
this was fun, guys. I like doing these little top 5s. Gives us good discussions. We'll have to. We'll bring them back. Least valuable items.
Ooh, okay.
It's just going to be all the Armadillo pieces. So,
what did Poplo say?
His number 1.
Yeah,
he already said it. His was an alt.
Oh, that's why.
Because you broke the fucking rules.
Oh my god!
I was trying to think of an item. I was like, wait,
here we go. Playing 2 accounts at once, cheating. Game's gone. Okay, moving on to our shout outs. These are our end game patrons. Forget It, Mikey, Trolley D, Maytag Man, Butchia, and Afru Brews. Thank you everyone for helping us out with the Patreon. Keeps things ticking along over here. We really appreciate it. We got a couple questions here from our patrons, so you have access to these questions. If you become a patron, you could submit and try to get your question in on a podcast. So Buchia asks, if you had to move to another country that is not the country you live in now, where would you move to and why? Poplo,
Heartless, why would you move to America and why?
I would not ever move to I would move to America if I wanted to get deported back to my country. No, I would not move to America. I would I mean, a lot of my family lives in England, so that would be an easy one. But if I wanted to go out there, I don't know, maybe go join up in Finland. That seems like a nice place. I've heard good things from my Finnish friends. So go join the ski patrol, and that'd be pretty fun. And then what about you guys?
That'd be sick.
I don't know much about Finland, just in general. I think that we've been thinking about like where do we want to go on like our next like big vacation? You know, sometime
Canada, bud. Fucking Canada, bud.
Our big vacation up to the Great White North. I think that just from looking at pictures and stuff, I think Greece has kind of been calling my name.
Okay, Greece.
Just looks very pretty, and I think the food there is amazing. So.
Hoyt, what about you?
I was thinking along the same lines of Poplo, but maybe like Spain. I feel like the USD could maybe go far there, and the
USD going far everywhere.
He's thinking about the economic climate.
Yeah, okay.
I've always heard that like just the I don't know, the quality of life is great there with like the food and people and like parties and music and like just the community, social activities and weather and the beaches and stuff. I think I might choose that.
Have it here first, folks. Hoyt's moving to Ibiza. Next up, we have Mikey asks, if RuneScape was real life, what skills would you spend your time training and why? What other skills could be created in the real world? What do you guys think? Hoyt, you go first.
I'm really big into cooking, so I'd probably spend the most time like training cooking, but I mean, I think the big answer here would maybe be magic.
Yeah,
pretty far IRL with some magic.
That's pretty good.
I mean, that's the obvious one, isn't it? Yeah.
If someone doesn't want to agree with me, I'll just earth bolt them, you know. Now I just turned into a murderer.
Fireball.
All right, Poplo. What do you?
Yeah, I don't know.
think?
Sailing would be fun to train.
Yeah, sailing would be fun.
And then the second part was like, what would you bring into RuneScape? That one's a little bit harder. What about like, I'd say like engineering, but that's like construction. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah, Poplo, you can go.
Sorry, I thought of unhinged one.
Unhinged, please.
Unhinged.
99
okay,
sex making. There you go. Oh, okay. Standard Poplo.
You're done.
Standard farmer.
Drinking.
Oh my God, Poplo, you're a criminal.
You're done.
Drinking, I would accept.
I feel like if RuneScape skills were real, I would have probably 92 farming at this point. I'd probably be at least halfway in the farming.
Yeah.
The sailing's a good shout. I feel like sailing would be a cool one. But I think that I would have to, if this was a well-established thing, I think I would want to go with Hunter and just track down big game all the time. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah. None of this like, raccoon or chinchompa removal stuff, going after the big boys. So,
yeah. I think probably thieving, so I could steal and make some money and be good at it. That sounds great to me. Criminal life.
You'd like just getting punched in the face every 10 seconds?
No, come on. It's
just
tough. It's tough early. But rewards you late. You'll never be caught when you get good at it. Put my time in. That's probably my answer. As far as what I could bring in, I don't know, driving. Why don't we sailing on land? Let's go. Let's get some cars. They have the infrastructure. Poplo's already mad. And instead of salvaging, it's just gas station. So you just sit at the gas station and you pump gas. That's what it is. I'm talking 90k an hour at 87 all the way up.
Oh my God. Heartless, you really chose Grand Theft Auto as your combination.
Thieving and driving.
It said GTA.
Yeah, that's good.
I do have a skill I would add in, like speech or persuasion, like a real life thing you can put in the game.
Nice.
And you get XP by making podcasts about RuneScape.
Oh my God, here he goes.
Like a 10k XP drop.
Thanks for coming to Hoyt's TED Talk.
Yeah, like that time after the bingo that he dropped the podcast name, even though everyone knew about it. And there's like 100 people in the voice chat. Thanks for playing bingo. Don't forget to check out the RaidzBank podcast. Everyone groans.
No, that's not what I said.
It was so
I said
funny.
We're gonna be going over it on the next episode.
I thought I kind of I may have jumped the gun and everyone was laughing. It was pretty funny though. I thought you were doing it on purpose. Wait, that was hilarious.
It had to be done.
Had to be done. You got to get your shout outs where you can, especially to the people that already listen to us. Get them, rope them right in for life. All right, that pretty much covers it for this week. It's been fun, boys. There'll be no chest room this week, but we will come back next week. I'm cooking up a pretty big game for the fellas to go over with a nice prize on the line. So I'm excited to bring that to you guys next week.
Is it the bond from week 1?
No, we're doubling down. The winner will get 2 bonds. So then you would be owed 3 bonds, Poplo. 2 bonds go to
Poplo's got that written behind his desk.
Hey, I have an IOU list on my notes. I'll have you know, I have an IOU list in my notes. I know you do. You know what? You want to hear my IOU list right now? I'm going to tell you. God of Thunder owes me full Inquisitors. He has a full set of Inquisitors that I lent.
Oh my God.
Cosmonaut owes me 9 mil for some split.
9 mil?
Pump owes me 8 mil for a split. That. And I owe a guy called Some Guy. I owe him 42 mil from a rapier split 5 years ago. So, it goes both ways, but that's my list.
He's going to come at you with the 1 bill with the interest.
Dude, we pulled a rapier when it was like 188 mil. During TOA release, like shortly before TOA or shortly after TOA, and I ended up keeping it. I don't know why. I should have just dropped it over. It was like my second one. Fool.
Oh man.
So I owe him 42 mil. If he ever wants to collect, I am here for it. So very fun. All right, we'll see you next week. Take care.
See you guys next week. Thanks.